Tonight on this Friday, first up for you at 5:30, she was on the verge of becoming the first woman to permanently lead a police department in one of Connecticut's biggest cities.
But after New Haven's Board of Alders rejected her nomination earlier this week, today we learned Acting Chief Renee Dominguez is withdrawing her application and instead will retire.
Channel 3 New Haven Bureau Chief Matt McFarland is live right now. He is right outside police headquarters with more on what she's saying tonight. Matt?
Well, Mark and Irene, Renee Dominguez has been a member of the New Haven Police Department for nearly 20 years. She says that's roughly half her life. And she was in line to become the next police chief, making permanent a role she's been doing for the last 9 months, first as interim chief, then as acting chief. But now, well, the city's going to have to do a nationwide search.
This is not how I envisioned the end of my career.
On the cusp of making history, acting New Haven Police Chief Renee Dominguez will instead remove her name from consideration for the permanent job.
I just think that at this time, this is the right decision for me, unfortunately.
Dominguez said she reached the decision after a lot of soul searching. Mayor Justin Elicker submitted her name to New Haven's Board of Alders, but on Monday night, they rejected her nomination.
Seeing none, all in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed, say nay. Nay. The item does not pass.
Dominguez became the interim chief in March when Chief Tony Reyes announced his retirement, becoming acting chief in June. But some on the board wanted a national search, saying they wanted to see more community engagement and more diversity, especially in the upper ranks of the department. For others, the issue is crime. New Haven is at 25 homicides this year, 5 more than last year at this time.
I care about the city. I want to be a police officer here. I want to be the chief here. But however, that is not how this has played out.
Mayor Justin Elicker says he's disappointed by the board's vote, leading to Dominguez's decision to not resubmit her name.
She was the right person for the job, and obviously I'm disappointed. New Haven politics are challenging, and unfortunately, there are times when politics disrupts the work that we need to do.
Dominguez says she doesn't feel she could have done anything different to sway the Board of Alders, and for the next few months, she won't change.
It's extremely upsetting. I hoped that there would be a different outcome. This is the one that we are at. So it's now my job to just continue to move forward and to make sure that I am able to hand the police department over as well as I possibly can.
Now, Dominguez says she would like to stay in law enforcement and would be open to becoming a chief in another department. As for what's next, the mayor says the city will now cast a wide net and begin a nationwide search for the next police chief. He says he hopes to have a next chief picked out by the spring. And Dominguez says she plans on staying on to provide some continuity and some stability until that new chief is picked. We're live with the mobile newsroom in New Haven. Matt McFarland, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.